Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu, and this is Heigel Desert for Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic. Another scenario from Blaze's first scenario pack. Theme park company has bought a huge tract of land. Since they are obscenely rich, money is of no factor. Build your park expertly in this very arid desert. Your objective to have at least 1,900 guests in your park. You must not let the park rating drop below 700 at any time. So that not letting it drop below 700 and no money is a bad combination. And I will explain why in a moment. So we've got free entry then, because there's no money. We also can't choose what we research because there's no money. You haven't got that option. So let's see what we do have then. We've got some transport rides, good selection of gentle, coasters, thrill, water, and shops. We got tons of stuff. So let me explain why. The rating's currently on 0. The game will give us a bit of grace period, and then after which, if the rating is still below 700, it'll tell us and it'll give us a warning. And then it'll keep giving us a warning every week in game time until about, I think it's a month, and then it'll just shut down the park. But as long as guests are coming into the park, we can put a load of shops and things down. And since there's no money, everything from the shops are going to be free. So the guests are going to get happy. Fantastic. And since we haven't got to pay the wages of any staff, we can literally spam loads of staff down. Now, I'm not going to use the word because I'm sure YouTube won't like that word, but there's a word for hiring people and not paying them. But anyway, let's just crack on and see what happens. March year 1, and we've got the rating of, oh, there you go, exactly 700. Just down there. Cool. So we've got all the shops down, guests are coming in, everything's free. And we're going to put down some bins and stuff. We got some security guards to protect the bins. We're going to spam a load of handyman. We're going to get tons more. We're going to put down some entertainers. We're going to get a load of mechanics. We're going to get as many staff as we can be bothered to place down because it does take time. So yeah, now we can focus on rides. October year 1, and we've got almost 500 guests in the park. We need 1,900, so about a quarter of the way there. And we've got Venom, vertical drop, roller coaster, and Get Wet, log flume, just down there. Nice little path loop and rides inside. Got some fences. It all looks pretty spiffy, if I do say so myself. And we've got a train. Yes, no money is no object after all. So we've got a train that goes all the way around the park, which is probably not a great thing to do since trains go chimmy choo choo, goes quite slow. So the ride time is 8 minutes long. So if we look at the guests and look what they're thinking, the 54 that want to get off Jimmy Choo Choo. So we're probably going to have to get rid of Jimmy Choo Choo and maybe replace it with something a bit faster. Which is a shame because it's got huge capacity, and the idea was that this would help get loads of guests off the paths and reduce overcrowding. October year 2, and we've replaced Jimmy Choo Choo. We've now got a junior coaster, Jimmy Choo Choo. Jimmy Choo Choo. It's a junior coaster. The stats are decent stats there. And ride time less than 4 minutes. So no one's complaining. And look at that. If I'm not mistaken, that would make it the longest roller coaster in the world. It comes out here quite slowly. We've got a little block section just there, and then we've got boosters, and then pretty much boosters all the way around. Anyway, you can see that in the outro. It's not that exciting. And then we've got a stand-up twister just down here. It goes up, comes down. We've got a little, what's that called? A sidewinder? Is that what that's called? And then we've got a barrel roll and then back and a loop and back to the station. Cool. Fang. Decent stats on that. Guests loving it. Fences. See? Fences make it look pretty. I said it. And we've got a reverser coaster on here. So with these, they need the reverser element. Otherwise, it'll give you a stat penalty. The stats will be terrible. Rickety reverser. So decent stats on that. So one thing I like to do, and I think I've done it on the log flume as well. The log flume has got a reverser section, but you don't, as a turntable, but you don't need to use it on a log flume. It doesn't penalize you if you use it or not. So have I used it? No, I haven't. Yes, I have, right at the back seat. So what happens is it goes out normal, comes back, spins you around, goes back into the station. So one group of guests is going to get a forward ride, and one group of guests is going to get a backwards ride. So I just like that idea that if in real life you went to a park and the ride was like that, you could ride it twice and get a completely different experience. And so that's what I've done on the reverser. So we have to put one in for the good stats. And so this particular one, they were running backwards. Now they've gone back in. So the next one's out. They'll be running forwards, and then so on and so forth. And we've got a little 3D cinema just tucked away in there. 946 guests. So we're about halfway to the goal. Yeah. So I think that's basically what we're going to carry on doing. Building simple power loops, chucking rides in the middle, and then see what happens. October, year 3, 1,367 guests in the park, and we've got an inverted coaster. That's a Sidewinder, I think. I'm not sure what that first one is. Pop it in the comments. What are these elements called? And then we've got the barrel roll, and then it comes back. We've got a little cut back and back to the station. Cool. Check out the stats on Poison. Ooh, 666. Cool. We've already seen the stand-up. We've got a little path loop there ready for a ride. And we've got a wild mouse just there. Toxic. Good stats on that. Guess loving it. And then just down here, had this idea for a Giga Coaster. So the stations aren't synchronized. So with the aid of block sections, so you've got this one here. Let's put it on. No, it's fine. Don't need to pause. So this one comes out and there's a block section there. And then just down here, you've got another one. And that's already gone. So yeah, maybe I'll work on the timing. I don't know. The idea is they meet somewhere in the middle. So I'll need to work on this a little bit, I think. Yeah, we're not having any problems. I don't think I've shown you how many staff we've got. So we've got 100. Oh, there you go. We haven't. You know what? Yeah, we will put it down. Right, let's put it somewhere. Oh, do you know what? Right, there you go. That was easier. So we've got 150 star handyman. We've got 8 mechanics, 3 security guards, and a few entertainers. 6 entertainers. Yeah, so because we're not paying them, which is kind of why I've put them in orange jumpsuits. Maybe this is like a punishment for them. I don't know. Sure, I'm not allowed to say that either. But well, we just have. So anyway, we're just going to carry on building, and yeah, I'm sure it won't take us long to pass the goal. October, year 4, 1,757 guests in the park. So only about another 150 to go then. So we've got this powered mine ride just down here. Comes out, little spin round, and then we got a little trick track over the path and back around and about, and then back to the station. So with these, you don't really need drops on them. You just need length and distance basically. So having too many ups and downs can slow it down. Well, the ups will anyway. So if you are going to put ups, just do like gentle ones and stagger them. So you got a little up and then it goes a bit further and then another little up and so on. Or you can use helixes to change height. But yeah, mine fine, decent stats on that. And then we've got a looping coaster just down here. So it comes out. A little block break there, and then we've got a booster section as well. So when it hits this block break, the other one will come through. There you go. Cool. And then we got the booster section, and then we got 3 loops. Then it goes over the path, and then we got another loop, and then we got a photo section, a little turnaround, and then back through. Now, one of the benefits of having a no money scenario is that you get to use the mounting tool, which is normally not allowed on here. But so, and it's probably because it's so easy to spend too much cash. So if you press it down a second, and then we'll press down again, see it changed, and then we can do the mountain tool like that, which is pretty cool. Or we'll go over here and you can go down, or you can go back up. Cool. Yeah, so that's basically how that works. You've got it available in the scenario creation as well, but just not in normal cache modes. Like I said, they probably disallowed it because during testing they found it was so easy for people to just lose all their cache quite quickly with the touchscreen. So yeah, anything else? I didn't bother playing around with the gig coaster. We've got a couple of pirate ships and a top spin there. I've put the top spin the wrong way around, so it's facing away from the park, but oh well. Yeah, and we've got a wild mouse just down over here. Wooden wild mouse. Just there. Let's look at the stats. Mutant mouse, 6.26 excitement. What was that one? 6.39. We've got a Ferris wheel and we've got a little water ride just there. Bumper boats. Ferris wheel. Okay, so it's October, year 4. We only need 125 guests now in the park. I'm not going to do anything else now. Usually what happens once we get into March, the game's probably going to start pumping more guests into the park. We might win some awards and then we'll end up doing it quite easily. So it's such a short amount of guests that we need to go, that if I start getting distracted with something, I might lose track of time and we won't be recording when we pass it. So anyway, let's just crack on and I'll see you soon. May, year 5, we've got 1,893 guests in the park. So we only need another 7, 6, and there's a load more coming now. So it won't take long now. So provided no one leaves. 4 guests. There you go. There's another 2 now. So we just need 2 more guests to spawn. Any moment now. Anyway, so what do we do then? We came in and we just started plopping down path loops and putting rides inside. Oh, sorry, that's not what we did at all. We did do that, but we didn't do that instantly. Since there's no cache, we just put down a little plaza section, and we've got 899, and we've got 1900. That's the goal. As soon as it registers, it's going to pop up. There you go. Stew. Awesome sauce. Cool. Yeah, so we put down this plaza, filled it with shops. That way then all the guests coming in are going to get loads of free stuff. They're going to be happy. The rating goes up. It goes over the 700 and we don't get the warnings and they don't close the park. Then we did the path loops and we put rides inside and we spammed loads of staff, way more staff than we need. But we just need to make sure that all the paths are spotless, all the rides are still running. And yeah, we put the security guards down in order to make sure there's no vandalism, and some entertainers down, just basically so that we've got all types of staff, so that we're eligible for best staff. Yeah, and after that, all it was just a case of building more path loops, putting rides inside, and then just doing some basic scenery and waiting for the numbers to creep up, and we've done it. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. I think the park looks pretty good. As I said, this whole not letting it drop below 700, but also having free money is a bad combination, I think. But I suppose maybe it's good for a sandbox. But having said that, you've got to always make sure you're on top of your game, otherwise it'll close your park. So anyway, this was Heigel Desert. I've been Stu. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.